Okay, we're going to show you guys. I've never done this, so we're going to learn it together. The first thing you're supposed to do is take these 4 screws out of the top of this cover. So we've already done that. We'll lift that off.
All right.
Okay, the next thing we had to do was take these 2 bolts out of this little cover here. I forget what it's called. By the way, it's a 10mm socket. So I've already loosened those, and we'll pull this off. Okay, you had to pull this little tube off of this guard. So we had to do that, pull the screws out, and then I guess you can lift this on out of here.
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to remove this hose right here, pull it back, and then we're supposed to take off the throttle body. There's 2 bolts. There's 2 down here, both sides, and up the top here. Okay, so we took these bolts off. There were 2 here, 1, 2, and then 2 on the bottom. They were boogers to get off. It was a 12mm socket, and to pull this back, I removed this because when I tried to do this, it was a pain in the butt. So for now, we've just got this sitting here, and we're going to go ahead and try to take off the top of the intake here. Okay, so now we have to remove 3 nuts and 6 bolts to take the intake manifold off. There's 1, 2, 3 nuts and 6 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, so we've got all the bolts removed here, and you also have to take off these little intake end caps. This one has a metal gasket on it, it looks like, so you want to be careful not to let that fall off. It said to take this one off too. I'm not sure why. These bolts took a 12mm. I had to go with the bigger socket, and these bolts took the 10mm socket, and on this particular bolt I had to actually get the 10mm wrench instead of using the socket because this hose was in the way. So now we'll go to the next step. Okay, because I'm some backyard and don't know what I'm doing, I also realized I had to pull this doohickey off, and it took it had 2 10mm bolts in it. And then you also have to pull this off, and this is a pain because you have to actually push this thing in to slide it off. At first I didn't know how that works, so we've got that pulled off. Now we'll take the intake off.
Go ahead.
Okay, here we go. We're going to lift this bad boy off. Voila. Okay. Okay, this is the intake manifold, and you can see the problem. Back it up so you can see the problem. This is the carbon that's built up that causes the check engine light to come on, and you can also see it over here. Come to the engine, and you can see the corresponding EGR port here that's also caked up with carbon. So these instructions that I downloaded off of the web tell you to cover up this intake manifold, the 6 holes, the portholes, with duct tape. So we're going to do that now.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got your basic gum out carbon choke cleaner here, and we've got it all duct taped up, and it says to basically use an 8mm drill bit to clean this port out. I'm sure you can use about anything that's reasonable, but we're going to use this drill bit and spray on this, and boy, this is gummed up badly, and we're just going to get this cleaned out as best we can. It pretty much melts it looks like. Okay, you can see the port here, the EGR port, how it's much more cleaner, and you can see there's literally a circle there that you couldn't see before. So that's all good and cleaned out now, and now we're going to clean it out on the motor over here. Alright, now we're going to clean this port, and you know what, I'm just going to shoot it, and I was told it'll burn off if it drops off in there, so you just have to do the best you can. But I'm going to try to clean this out and get it all spruced up. We're going to put everything back together, and we should be ready to go. Hopefully that sensor goes off, and Marta will give me my license plates. Thanks a lot, Al Gore, for making me do this. Okay, my fellow backyard mechanics, it looks like it's all cleaned out. We're going to put everything back together. I don't guess I need to show you the reverse. I'm sure you can wing the rest of that on your own. Hopefully this helps somebody out there. And for all you guys who are pro mechanics, and if I've totally botched this, don't be too hard on me. I'm sure you'll let me know. If Jesus smiled on us, hopefully this thing will be good as new.